Kick it off, Mike.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Poke Jam. I'm Mike.
And now I'm Pokemon John.
All right, and we got another tier list. We're going to dive into Evolving Skies.
Yeah, looking forward to this one. This is one of my favorite sets.
Absolutely. This set is actually phenomenal. It's going to be probably a whole lot of stuff up on the top of this chart here. But we're going to rank out the top 20 cards. Plus, me and John have each picked an honorable mention card that we think is kind of undervalued and underappreciated in the set. And let's dive right into it.
Yeah, let's go.
So, number one, we have Leafeon V, the alternate full art. Right now, it's on TCG for about $60, and I really like this card. I think it's a really great card, especially for being just a Leafeon, like just a V in general.
Yep.
I
know Leafeon V or the V full art.
The Leafeon V full art.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not like a V Max full art or a secret. You know what I mean? Like gold card or rainbow thing. But V alternate full art. I think it's really nice.
I really like the art on this picture in general. Just the style they chose, like the leaves behind Leafeon and the backdrop. Like everything looks really good.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards like A or B on this for sure.
Yeah, I think we could it's an evolution, and that's really what the set is all about. I think A fits.
A fits. All right. I mean, we gotta be careful because a lot of these cards are evolutions.
Well, yeah, exactly. So, but hey, listen, that's why this set is a fan favorite. That's why, honestly, it's one of my favorites, and I think I can speak for you too on the same. So a lot of these full arts that are coming from evolutions are going to keep people happy, and I think you're going to see more S and A cards out of this set, in our opinion, than some of our other tier list videos. Let's go to the next one.
Brings us right into the Espeon V alternate full art. So a lot like the Leafeon. It's just a V alternate full art going for $55 on TCG right now. It's a great card. It's got kind of different art than what we normally see.
I love the art on this card specifically. I don't know what it is, but you see, like, she's just kind of sitting on like a little, I don't know if it's like a chair or whatnot, but she got all the books. She's in like a library of some sort.
Yeah, using the psychic abilities, getting all the books floating around and opening up. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool card. I'm definitely once again A or B area. I do actually like the Leafeon card better than this card.
Okay.
But I mean, what do you think?
I definitely think that this card has an amazing like theme and picture going on. The art style, the color. This is an A, like leaning S tier for me.
Oh wow! All right, so definitely going in A then.
Yeah, it's one of those arts that the art style chosen made me love that Pokemon more. Espeon was never really on my radar until I saw this card.
Really? All right, so the next one we got is the Leafeon V Max Rainbow.
Right.
I know I talk a lot of trash about rainbow cards and how horrible they are. But most of the evolutions do well as rainbows. This card isn't awful. I think the original version is a lot better. But this card for me is probably a pretty solid C. They have it on TCG Player right now for just under $20, which is pretty reasonable in this set. This set has retained a ton of value. Yeah. So I think C is a solid spot for me. What do you think, John?
Yeah, the Leafeon V Max, again, the evolution rainbows, they hold up. They don't lose as much definition as some of the other cards. Definitely like the original V Max better, but I agree. C is probably good for this card.
All right, awesome. So we got that C. Now we have the Leafeon V Max alternate secret. So we got the alternate art on the Leafeon. So he's giant. He's rolling up bales of hay out on the farm.
Yeah,
which is evidently something that Leafeon would do. But that aside, the art's real solid.
Yep, it's got that cell-shaded look.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's really nice. I think this one definitely rocks in the B category for me.
Yeah, I agree. I think B is perfect for this card. The art is awesome. All the alternate arts make this set.
They do, and I will say, like, probably one of the only things about this card is its price is a little high, in my opinion. It's on TCG Player for $73. It's a little pricey, but you know, it is a really cool card. It's a hard pull. I get it. And
Yeah.
Leafeon, he's not my favorite of the evolutions, but definitely a lot of people love him. So
yeah, evolutions are always going to hold value in a set that's full of them like this with tough to pull alternate arts.
Yeah,
you're going to see value
for sure. So what do we have next? All right, so the next one we got is the Sylveon V alternate full art, and this card is one of my favorite cards in this whole set.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Sylveon, fairy type Pokemon at the Cupcake store, dishing them out. It literally, like, it couldn't be any better. This is S tier all day for me. It's on TCG Player for $50, and I think this outweighs that Leafeon 1,000,000 to 1 in my own opinion. I know the Leafeon, the last one was a V Max, and this is just a V. But this card is gorgeous.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The Sylveon V, the cupcakes, it's so fitting to the type of Pokemon, and it's awesome. It's S tier all day.
Nice. I love seeing a good V get into S tier. Like, that's
alternate arts, man. They're rarity. They're in the fact that this is just an evolution set. It says it all.
Absolutely. All right, so now we got the Sylveon V Rainbow. And, you know, as far as rainbows go, Sylveon, I think maybe it's like, because it's, you know, fairy type, kind of like leans into that.
Yeah,
rainbow.
It's like it calls to her, right?
Yeah, like if any cards should have been turned rainbow, like the fairy types, like those light style Pokemon, like this is an awesome card in my opinion. I think right now it's going for $29 on TCG Player, and I think for a rainbow like this, kind of worth it.
Yeah, those aren't easy to pull by any means, and Sylveon's one of the studs of the set, so I agree.
Yeah, I think B tier only because I know what's coming.
Yeah,
there's a lot of great cards coming up.
Yeah, I would say B.
Anybody who's watched the other videos know I don't put a rainbow in the B category very often, and they're pretty much typically thrown in the trash for me. But all right, so what do we got next? Oh, we got the Sylveon V Max.
Yep.
All right, Sylveon V Max
alternate art.
The alternate art on the Sylveon V Max.
One of the cards I actually own in this set.
Really? All right.
Yeah. Cool card.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice card. I'll let you speak on it then. Like, you got it.
Sylveon V Max. When I first pulled this card, I really thought that it's one of those cards that when you pull, it's got so much going on in it where a picture doesn't really do it justice. You kind of have to hold it, and it's another one of those cards that has crazy texture on it. The colors are insane. I really like the art style that they chose for this. And if you look, there's a bunch of stuff happening in the picture. So I will say the price on it is relatively high. It's like a top 3 card, I believe. So,
yeah. TCG Player, right now it's got it at $95.
Yeah, so that's pretty pricey. So I don't know if I would buy this single per se, but definitely something fun to look forward to as you're ripping through Evolving Skies.
So what are you feeling on this? You've pulled it. What did that moment give you?
It's an A tier card. Yeah,
A?
It's an A tier card for sure.
I honestly I can't disagree with that. I was gonna battle John if he was gonna put it up in S because I think the other Sylveon card is a better card, like as far as art and
it is
stylistic. But yeah, this is an A all day. All right, so next we have the Umbreon V full art, and I will have to say Umbreon is my favorite evolution, along with a lot of people's favorite evolutions. That being said, this card kind of lame, in my opinion. probably one of the lamest Umbreons in this set, and there are a lot of Umbreons in this set.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that because I kind of feel the same way. It's the background. The colors they chose in the background do not complement the Pokemon at all.
Yeah, I completely agree. I love the background, but it makes no sense with what's going on in the foreground. Like,
yeah,
it's like they had this really cool background, and they were like, all right, well, we need more Umbreon.
Yeah, and if that was like Rayquaza or any other Pokemon, like I don't know, it just doesn't work for Umbreon. Umbreon does much better with like darker backdrops.
I agree. Absolutely. I think this is absolutely a D tier card.
It's tough to see Umbreon go D tier, but I'll agree. If we're just comparing in this set, yeah, it doesn't hold up with the rest.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going D tier because there's going to be a lot of Umbreons in higher tiers in a few minutes. Like, probably this next card right now.
Oh, yeah. This is an awesome card.
An outstanding card. The Umbreon V alternate full art. Him, like, standing, like, sitting up above all the other Pokemon, like, in shadow. Is like, it's epic.
Yeah. It's like he's going to give a speech or something, like they all respect him or something.
He's the ruler. He rules all the shadow Pokemon.
I like how dark it is, too.
Yeah. It's definitely a really cool style. I think it's either A or S for me. For real.
This card, honestly, is one of the cards that when I'm opening Evolving Skies packs, I'm praying to get this card. So I'm going to say this is S tier.
Awesome. I'm happy to hear you say that because this is actually my Umbreon chase card. I know I talk about, you know, one of the Umbreons that's coming up later here a lot because it is the #1 chase card. It is Umbreon. But I still haven't pulled this Umbreon V alternate full art, and I really, really want to.
Yeah, me too, honestly. So, yeah, I think S tier is a great place for it.
All right. That brings us right into the Umbreon V Rainbow. And, I mean, just like all the other evolutions, he holds up pretty well. Not as well as Sylveon, because Sylveon's kind of made to be rainbow, but like these cards actually hold up pretty well when they get rainbowed. It's not like Bolton from Fusion Strike; it just turns into like a silhouette,
like a cloud of rainbow. Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. I think it's fitting to put that right next to in the C column, Leafeon.
Nice. All right, so that brings us to the #1 chase card in the set.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a card that has held value more than I ever thought it would. TCG player right now for $195.
Yeah, you can't mess around with Umbreon in general, man. He'll always holds value. It's like Charizard.
Yeah. Umbreon V Max Secret. The alternate art. Umbreon up on top of this like spire of a building reaching for the moon. It is a super cool card.
It's awesome.
That being said, I find it crazy that it is the #1 chase card. I think that has a lot more to do with rarity than like the card itself. I think the other Umbreon is kind of cooler, and I would put this guy in A. Oh. I know John's about to fight me on that. It's the #1 chase card. How dare I not put it in the S tier, but
it's S tier for me. It really is. I don't. So Umbreon, you come to find out, you know, is basically second to Charizard. I mean, in any set that Umbreon is in, they're usually some sort of a chase card or fighting to be the chase card. Usually top 3 almost always. So with that, you know, the card is very pricey if you're looking at it from buying a single standpoint. I probably wouldn't do that. But pulling a chase card and having that value to it is part of what you want. And Umbreon is kind of he, she, whatever you want to call it. It takes the cake as far as being the leader of the pack of the evolution. It's definitely the most popular. So I think.
All right, you know what?
I think this is S tier.
The fact that you were like, oh, he's like the Charizard. Like, he's a competitor for him. Like, I get it. Like, because I would have no problem throwing a card of this caliber that was Charizard up into S tier without any question. I'd load the entire S tier full of Charizards if there was that many. Probably Brilliant Stars will be that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an S tier. I feel crazy putting 2 Umbreons.
No, that's why Evolving Skies is so good, because like not only is it Umbreon, and Umbreon's the most popular probably of the evolutions, but this set has it for everybody. You know what I mean? It's S tier to us, doesn't have to be S tier for you, and I guarantee one of these evolutions will be S tier. So it's Evolving Skies is just phenomenal set.
Absolutely. All right, so what do we got next?
Now this card is sick.
All right, go for it, John.
Yeah, Rayquaza V alternate full art. The art style for this card, I mean, I don't know if it gets much better. If you look close, it looks like a really well drawn, scene from the cartoon or a well illustrated manga. It's just so awesome. You see Rayquaza kind of spiraling around the borders. The silver edge to the card gives it a lot of flair, and then you got a really kind of cool looking trainer just standing right behind Rayquaza with the nice sky backdrop. This card has everything going for it as far as art.
All right, yeah, I'm definitely 110% behind you on this one. I mean, Rayquaza.
Yeah, Rayquaza, again, we're talking about popular Pokemon that hold their value. Rayquaza is probably number 3 right behind Umbreon.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. Yeah, he'd be, probably in the top 5, top 10, like most favorite Pokemon.
Oh, for sure, top 10, for sure.
Yeah, and it is a great art. It's drawn beautifully. I think.
I honestly am like A bordering S on this one.
All right. Well, I'm A bordering B. So can we meet in the middle on that?
Yeah, I think A is a great spot for that card.
I mean, it's nothing against that card. I just look at all these other cards.
It has competition.
Yeah, the Evolving Skies is nuts. There is so many good cards in this set.
Yeah.
Now we got
like one of them.
I know. Pull rates are not kind, but that's all right. Rayquaza V Max Rainbow. Now, not the worst rainbow I've ever seen. It doesn't hold up as well as I think a lot of the evolutions do.
Yeah.
I think
I'm not crazy about this card. I'm really not.
I think Rayquaza is just such a dynamic looking Pokemon. I know he's drawn fairly simply, but I don't know, he's always in dynamic poses, and you lose that. I don't know. I'm honestly D tier on this. Bordering on trash.
I think that's for Rayquaza, that's a trash card.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
I like that the caliber of the Pokemon helped him on the last card, and then the caliber of the Pokemon hurt him on this one.
That's very true. I like that. Good job. That's actually totally true. Rayquaza deserves better. That's why that goes in the trash.
Yeah, that card. Right? Yeah, you can't do Rayquaza like that.
Nah, not cool.
Do better. All right.
Do better.
Do better. All right, John. We all know where this one's shooting up to. The number 2 chase card, Rayquaza.
Oh yeah.
V Max. Secret rare. Yo, did D? Yeah, right. Yeah, he's climbing. He's all the way up. There you go.
All right. Hold on. We might disagree on this. Hold on. Wait. So you think this is S tier?
Oh my god! Look at those ruins that he's flying over.
Okay. All right. You got some Machu Picchu action going on.
Yeah, the whole photo is just massively full of detail.
All right. This is this is what's so awesome about these tier list videos, because a few weeks ago I saw that Cupcake Sylveon card, and I stared at that full art for so long, and now I'm really taking a look at this Rayquaza right now, and he's not wrong. The backdrop on this card is amazing. The canopies of the trees and the mountain in the background alone brings this at least to A.
Yeah, it's just a gorgeous card, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would be okay with putting that in S tier. No, because I don't like it better than the A tier one.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I like
you like that more anime feel then?
Yeah.
Like
it's so like I don't know, I just like can hear like anime cartoon sounds going off in my head when I'm looking at that card. Like he's just like shing I don't know, he's just like flying through the sky there.
Yeah. All right. We'll keep him at A for now.
All right. We can always adjust.
I do love that card. It is the number 2 chase card at $160 on TCG.
That might give it the edge too, you know?
Yeah, it's a highly valuable card. Like you pull that, that's some craziness. But that's all right. Nothing's done until this video is done recording and it's all edited and sent out to y'all. So they can move. All right, so the next one is the Glaceon V. What do you think, John?
So Glaceon, out of all the evolutions, is probably the one that's never really on my radar. I'm not the biggest Glaceon fan, but if there was ever a full art card that was just kind of giving credit where it's due, this might be it. Glaceon on a park bench in the snow, like really seems to fit, its habitat, and it's a cool card. I mean, I'm not blown away by it, but I like the like neighborhood kind of cute theme to it.
Really? All right. I mean, I was kind of thinking the other way. Like
they went lazy?
Yeah. Look at the cards they gave. All of these other evolutions.
If you're comparing, then I totally agree.
Like, I have no problem with this art card if it had been thrown into any other set. But, like, this is your alternate art you chose. Like, there's people, like, I'm not one of them. But there's people out there where Glaceon's their favorite evolution.
Right.
And, like, you got Umbreon up there, like, speaking to, like, the masses.
On the pulpit.
Yeah, gorgeous Sylveon up there. Like yeah. You have V, like, its competition was 2 cards, 2 regular V alternate arts that got thrown into the S tier. And they did them dirty by, like, oh, Glaceon, when it snows, hangs out on park benches. Like,
you're winning me over with your explanation here. I agree.
Like, I want a more dynamic. Like, you went so hard on everybody else, and then like, Glaceon just chills.
I'll say one thing about this card that is a pro. One pro about this card is the color palette they use. It's basically perfect for like in ice Pokemon. The whites, the blues, the light colors on the houses in the back, like everything is very. The palette they chose is great, but yeah, you won me over. It's very climactic.
It's just like brethren. This is what you did to Glaceon. Like like you said before, like he deserves better.
Yeah, I'll put that in the D for sure.
All right, thank you.
All right, who's next?
Oh, all right. The Noivern. I may be alone in all of the world. This card is awesome.
I don't think you're alone. I think it's actually like a really liked full art. All I can think when I look at this card is Batman.
Gargoyles.
Batman.
All I can think of is gargoyles.
Oh yeah, the cartoon.
The actual cartoon gargoyles. Like that's all I see when I look at this. I'm like, yes,
that's pretty cool.
All jokes aside, though, of how like cool this art is, it's Noivern.
Yeah.
Which I mean, like maybe that says a lot that it is in the top 20 like most expensive cards in this set. Like, it's not a.
Gotta have some popularity to it.
But I mean, like, or is it just that nice of a card that like this has created some Noivern fans? Because it won me over a little bit. I'm like, all right, Noivern, you cool.
Yeah, no, it definitely has a very specific art style that catches your eye. It's got like a realistic dark feel to it. Again, like I think Gotham City when I look at this card. So I like it.
And I always love when a card goes kind of like dark.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen super often in Pokemon cards, but I think B is a nice solid place, and I think any Noivern should be proud of that to hit up there. You know what I mean? Look at the list of his competition, and he could get up there because that card is so freaking cool.
It is cool.
All right. I'm gonna go watch Gargoyles after this.
It's funny because the purple color on the psychic symbol is the exact same color of one of the gargoyles. I think it's Goliath, the main one, or is he blue? I don't know. I forget.
No, he's like a purplish gray.
Yep.
All right. Oh, the skyscraper. There's a building. All right, Durludden.
Yep, not a fan. Sorry.
Yep. I'm unfortunately I think whoever had to draw this, whoever got that assignment at Pokemon was like, all right, we have to make a Durludden V Max alternate secret, and then he's like, all right, I give him an A forever, but this is dumb Pokemon.
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean, I don't know how to root for this Pokemon. It's tough.
I don't know. I feel like an executive was like, hey, Transformers did well. Can we have one of those? I want a building. I don't know. I'm not a fan. It's trash. I'm sorry.
Moving on.
All right, so who's next? The Glaceon V Max. Did they hook him up at all? All right, Glaceon V Max, alternate, secret, and Glaceon got his due.
Yeah, this one's awesome.
It's a gorgeous card. You were talking about that color palette?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, they kept it spot on. Changed the art style. It's not as pastel-y crayon, or I don't know what style you would want to call the other one, but hanging out with a bunch of the favorites.
Yeah, the group of Pokemon below Glaceon make it that Pikachu popping on the card definitely catches your eye, and it shows you the little fun that they're having, a little skating competition.
And there's Pancham sliding around, Asmodee. There's a Phoebus, I think, way in the back.
There is,
as Phoebus always is, way in the back,
just jumping. It's awesome.
But I really like this card. They did Glaceon the service that Glaceon deserves. That being said, it's 7150. Yeah. I think B. I can't justify it. I can't justify Noivern ever being above this card for sure. But I would put it with him.
Yeah, it's B. B is perfect for that.
Awesome. All right. Now, Intelion Gold. I mean, I don't have a ton to say about Intelion Gold, other than for a gold card, he looks pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. For a gold card, first of all, again, lots of gold cards are energies or, trainer items or things like that, and it's nice to see a gold secret rare that's a Pokemon that's in a decent stance. I don't know. I kind of like this for a gold card.
I kind of like it too.
Intelion looks like a dapper gentleman.
I think I would put it right with the on C with the rainbows, because it's the same reason. Typically, a lot of the golds, I'm not a huge fan of, but this one works.
I agree.
And in a set with maybe some lesser competition, he would have ranked higher. It's just look at the cards above him.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Evolving Skies is the best Sword and Shield main set. I'll say that. In my opinion,
I think I could agree. It's what I go after when. I
have to caveat that I'm not counting celebrations or any of the holidays like Shining Fates or any of that.
But yeah, for Sword and Shield.
I
agree.
Core Sword and Shield set, I think the Evolving Skies is by far number one. And then the last in our top 20 is the Dragonite. And all right, John.
Yeah. Oh man.
I know this is one of John's number one chase cards in this set for like himself. So I know he wants this in the S.
Yeah, for me, this card is S tier. I am biased because Dragonite is up there with my favorite Pokemon, Kanto, and the background on this is amazing. You got like a jungle with a bunch of birds flying around, and there's like mist going on. It kind of looks like Dragonite's taking a nap, just kind of flying on his back. I love it.
Yeah, I actually love this card too, because for once they gave, I mean, not for once, they've done it before, but Dragonite isn't just staring at the camera, waving or doing a thumbs up.
Yeah.
They actually like gave Dragonite like some like an interacting with his environment photo, because typically he just stands there like waving.
Yeah, he's just like,
It's like they've used the like stock photo from the original 151 and just never gave him more than that. So I do love this Dragonite V, and because it's John's number one chase card, it could go up in the S.
Yeah, I love this card. I really do.
Yeah, it is a really good card. So now we're on to our honorable mentions. Mine's up first. Mine is actually going to be this Umbreon V. This card is, number one, it's better than that Umbreon alternate art that's down there in D. Without a doubt in my mind, that card he's actually doing something. I love like how like his movements and everything are all swirled around. And
the color palette works. That card works for the same reason that the one in D does not work.
Yeah. And right. I mean, like that is I believe a $5 card, not even.
Yeah, it's actually very obtainable. I think I have 2 of them. It's a sick card to pull. The color palette and the poses all work for Umbreon, so it's a good card.
Correction, $4 card. But like, it's just a cool card. I think like that card is underrated, and when you pull it, you're like, what? Oh, that's awesome. And then like you almost think it's like an alternate art,
right?
Well, you like when I saw it the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the alternate art.
Yeah.
It's not, but the art quality deserves to be, in my opinion.
I agree. It's good. It's definitely a good art. I would say like B leaning like C. I'd be okay with it in B or C.
Yeah, I'm either or I'm happy with. It's an honorable mention for me, so I don't want. I think it's amazing, but I know the rest of the world.
Throw it in B. Throw it in B. It's Umbreon.
All right, take it away, John.
All right, my honorable mention is again full art Dragonite. So this points as to why the Dragonite V alternate art is one of my chase cards personally, and I just think this is a big friendly reminder that Dragonite's awesome, and he's just waving at you. He's in that stereotypical pose we just spoke about.
Yeah. Which is unfortunately one of the reasons I'm not a massive fan of this card.
Yeah.
I will give you, I know you were harping on it quite a bit, the color palettes.
Yeah.
And his color palette is phenomenal in this card. I love the orange and red background.
It complements him.
It does very well. And I'll give you even just a little bit more credit of like, I do like cards that stand out of the set.
Yeah, this one definitely does that.
Like Infusion Strike, that's why I like that Genesect with the blue background. Like I like when like you pull a card and you're just like, wait, what? Oh, yeah, it's this guy. I remember. Like, yeah, he's in this. Like it does it like thematically. Like you can look at this chart, like this whole tier list. And there's like definitely like a theme and art and all that, and like kind of color palettes. And then that Dragonite just pops out like, what up?
Yeah.
So I definitely think, I think C is a good solid spot for it.
Yeah, I could live with that.
Only because I of the exact reason of why I think the other Dragonite belongs in S.
Right.
Is like Dragonite's an awesome Pokemon. Why is he always just in like the same pose? Like,
yeah, it would be nice to see him like actually doing an attack or anything other than just standing there.
Stop whitewashing like all of his skin. Like it's just like somebody was like right click paint like in paint like Click the box. Dump the paint bucket. He doesn't need shading. No. So,
awesome.
But yeah, definitely worth an honorable mention and worth being in C.
Yep.
So that being said, that was our top 20 plus 2 honorable mentions of Evolving Skies, which I already harped on it already. I think probably the best Sword and Shield set.
I agree completely.
Yeah, I think a lot of these cards are going to retain their value. I think booster boxes in the future are going to be worth quite a bit.
I agree.
So if you're a sealed collector, grab a few extra. You can do well with that. But or if you're like me, just keep buying them and opening them because they're awesome.
Yeah.
But that being said, thanks for being here. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you can see all of our videos. And we'll be back.
Yeah, plenty more to come. Thank you so much, guys.